Buongiorno, everyone. Welcome to the player ratings after the Man U thrashing. That turned out to be in the end the 4-1 defeat. I'll start with Karl Darlow, and I think that's as good as it's going to get for anyone in black and white.
This is the peak.
Darlow was amazing, and it's a disgrace. It's a disgrace that he had to carry on until the end. Brucey totally tarnished his performance in the end, continuing to play him even though he was walking dead, doing it walking dead for the last half an hour. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely done in. Could barely walk. You know what I mean? Jump and save the ball. He still tried his best, and to be fair, he's still only beaten in the end by loads of top ins, loads of unbelievable finishes.
Yeah,
even Rashford's right in the bottom corner, the fourth and last one. But Darlow was incredible. He's the first player to stop Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes doesn't miss a penalty, even when he said in the live stream. You know, he's got an unbelievable record from the penalty spot. He stops it many before that. He keeps winning the game. And that seems to be Brucey's thing, though, doesn't it? Just like, let's hope the keeper makes loads of saves and see if that's something to do something. Darlow did everything he could tonight until he was pushed too far at the end when he was waiting on about a quarter of a tank left. Darlow gets an 8 from me. I don't think I give him much higher because in the end he's still conceded 4, but not his fault in my opinion.
Yeah, I completely agree. I thought he was amazing. Our best player. It could have been 4 earlier on, like all them goals, if you can see them on the bottom of the screen there, 86th, 90th and 96th minute. He got injured on about 70-odd minutes. He was playing about 20 minutes injured. Should have been taken off, but Brucey didn't have the balls to make that change. He'd rather have put like Almirón on for 10 minutes to do absolutely nothing. So Darlow, outstanding the day. Another great performance. Put that up there with his Tottenham performance. Fantastic. Yeah. Right back, Emil Krafth, who for the majority I thought was probably the best of a bad bunch out of the defenders, particularly earlier on and earlier in the second half. I think towards the end, I think everyone ran out of gas. I think once they got their second, it was just game over. I think everyone lost touch. I think he struggled a little bit with Marcus Rashford with the pace. He had Dan James there and all, Bruno Fernandes. So yeah, it was a tough day at the office for Krafth. He did well for the goal as well. Played a part in getting the goal early on. So yeah, I thought he had a decent game, but yeah, he did get lost a little bit towards the end of the game. So yeah, I'll give him a 6. Fernandes? Shit.
Really shit, Fernandes. At fault for Maguire's equaliser. Far too slow to react. Doesn't get enough on the leap. And overall, not quite as bad as Lascelles in terms of backing off. But it's still, you're not doing your job, mate. You're not stopping Man United attacking. You're not stopping them getting shots on goal. Darlow must be fed up with them two in front of him, like, because they're not doing him any favours. Don't know what's happened to Fernandes. Maybe he's still burning out from last season, having to play every single minute. But today, poor, I give him a 3.
Yeah, I wouldn't have even minded Schär starting the day ahead of Fernandes, to be honest, because before the international break, he just didn't really look himself really. Like, he played so many minutes at the end of last season. He shouldn't have played, and he's came into this season just still looking absolutely haggard. Schär looked okay in the last game as well. It was a little bit of the Schär from 2 years ago that we know and love. Had a decent international break as well, so I had him maybe have started Schär the day.
Same.
Yeah, and Lascelles, you touched on us. The pair of them were shit, backing off way too much, not staying tight to that man. He looked sloppy. Like, Lascelles is a bit of a leader. He's just so inconsistent. That's the frustrating thing about me, because you look at like the England team from the international break, like our centre-backs are so poor, like Maguire included. I think the best out of, not necessarily a bad bunch, but like Connor Cody's probably the best centre-back we've got at the minute. And if you look around, like England in the past, like with Sol Campbell, Tony Adams, Rio Ferdinand, John Terry, we've always had a great core. So I was thinking, why doesn't Lascelles get a call up? But then he does that. That's when you remember, oh yeah, he's absolutely fucking nowhere near England quality yet. Just so sloppy, cannot keep hold of a man. And as a captain, it's really, really not good enough. What do you give Fernandes? 3?
Yeah,
I'll give Lascelles the same.
Lascelles is backing off. Just really, really gets me raging. Like, I just can't see what the point of being there is. Can't see the point in it, mate. Because anybody could do what Lascelles does. Just backs off and lets the attacker do what they want.
Jamal Lewis.
So it was like first half was a bit hit and miss. Second half, I think the first 10-15 minutes of the second half, he grew with the game. He was getting forward. He put in a great ball was it? Did he put one in for Wilson or he was beating?
I know what you
Beating
mean.
one attacker. There was the odd moment where him and Saint-Maximin linked up well. He just looks like a modern day fullback where he can't defend and he's quick going forward.
Yeah, definitely.
Because his positioning is horrific.
Yeah.
Does he realise he's a left back? Because more time he's deeper than in the middle than Fernández and Lascelles. He's like in between them.
Yeah, I know.
He's playing more in the centre back role than he is left back. It's so bad to watch because he's given the freedom.
Way too much space.
The players out wide, they've got so much space. He gets caught out. He obviously gives away the penalty, which is it soft? Is it? He still connects. I mean, it's still not a penalty for me, but you can see why it's given. Let's be honest. And it's I'm questioning him defensively, but he's a young lad. We'll hope he gets better. But his positioning is what really worries me. I give him a 4.
Yeah, I'd agree. I've got a midfield on the right-hand side, Jeff Hendrick, who is the only one I really didn't want to see in the lineup today. I think the only other ones that I maybe would have done was, as I said before, Schär for Fernández or Manquillo for Krafth, but other than that, I wasn't really that arsed. But why Jeff Hendrick started ahead of Fraser and or Almirón? I didn't get that from Brucey. It's just literally just a copy and paste job. He did amazing in his debut, had a fantastic debut, goal and an assist. And Brucey's just keeping that same thing. He played the exact same team against Brighton the week later, Andy Carroll up top in a 4-4-2. Didn't work. What is it going to take for him to actually have any idea? Why didn't he do his homework on Man United and realised what we should have done, how we can attack this team? Jeff Hendrick, he's a grafter. He can sit in the middle of the park and work his socks off, do X, Y, and Z, but at the end of the day, he's not really a productive kind of player. He works hard, he earns his stripes, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, whatever, bullshit. It just wasn't good enough today. His passing was lethargic. Yeah, he didn't really offer anything. I think I probably could have forgotten he was there. If he was sent off in the first 2 minutes, I wouldn't have fucking argued. I'd be like, all right, no, Hendrick isn't there, is he? All right, neighbour. Just, yeah, poor performance. He needs dropped the next game. And I don't even want to say dropped because he shouldn't even be a starting 11 player. We said it in the watch along when we signed him. A lot of people were giving the club stick for the signing because I think everyone was still caught up on was signing Mbappe and shit. But Hendrick, I thought, was a pretty good free signing. Free is the key word. Even if we're signing for 2-3 million, I probably wouldn't have argued. But he cost nothing. He played in the Premier League for about 4 or 5 years. Yeah, he's earned his stripes. He's a grafter. He's got 60, 70 odd international caps. He's an experienced player. So to come in as a squad player, as an option for a bit of rotation, I thought he was a brilliant signing. But Brucey, he cannot be starting week in, week out, man. Come on, he's not that player. Fuck me.
No, 100%. It's just what's he bringing to the team? Do you know what I mean? Especially in expense of Almirón and Fraser.
Yeah, so I'll give him a 2. Isaac Hayden.
Has to play a bit deeper the other day when he was in a Makaleli role, sitting in front of the defenders. He didn't really look. He came off with an injury, and for me, he didn't look up to it throughout. Yeah, he wasn't right down or crunching in. I didn't see him slide once, so it's not the Hayden we know. He didn't get stuck in enough. He comes off, and then Brucey makes the shit call of going even super negative defensive and bringing on Schär instead of bringing on Almirón or Fraser or even Andy Carroll. Hayden for me, a pretty average performance. I give him a 5.
Yeah. Jonjo Shelvey. I thought he had a decent game, to be fair. I thought he was one of the best of a bad bunch. He played a few decent passes, cleared a certain goal off the line just after the penalty save as well. Yeah, it wasn't world class or nothing. I'm not going to start sucking him off and out, but it was a decent game where most of them were shit. Shelvey is that kind of player where you don't know which one you're going to get. He's either going to have a great game or he's going to have a shit game. There's no in between. He can go 10 games playing shit and come out with an amazing performance one day. But today I just thought it was good. It wasn't that startling. Yeah, a few good passes, but yeah, okay. I give him a 6.
Aye.
On the left, Joelinton.
Really bad today on the right, wasn't he? He was really
Well,
bad.
yeah, he was. He was lined up on the left, but he played well.
Is that Joe's fault? You know, he's not being asked to be the number 9 now. He's not being asked to be the left mid now, which he should be playing, or the left wing, left forward. He's now asked to be the right mid. Why? Why is he being asked to play the right mid? Has he ever played right mid in his life? I don't think so. If you look at his stats and stuff, I don't think so. By the looks of it, it doesn't look like it. But he looked a bit lazy for me tonight. It was the kind of Joelinton that got stick early on. He just didn't look up to it. He just did. Yeah. He probably looked like, why players on the right, Steve? I've never played there in my life ever. Don't know.
Just getting goal next week.
You know what I mean? It's just shite. It's shite to put him there, but he still should graft harder. He didn't. Like I say, his work ethic wasn't great tonight. Didn't get on the ball enough. How many touches did he have? Probably under 5. Should have been brought off sooner. Yeah, not a good game for Joe. I wouldn't have started him anyways. Definitely wouldn't have started him on the right of midfield. So I'll give him a 2.
Yeah, I probably would have started him because he's been in good form lately, and I thought if he went at them, if he battled, because he is a strong lad who gets involved, and I thought that's what we needed, to be fair. Like, he's been in good form. Like, we've backed him over the last few months, really, on this channel, whereas I know a lot of Newcastle fans still aren't fans of him. They don't want to see him there. They're saying, sack him. Like, it's not that bad, but yeah, today he didn't do himself any favours. They're the kind of performances where the haters are going to love to hate. They're going to get on his back even more. So he should have done better the other day. I go on to Saint-Maximin, new contract man. You know, his first half, I actually thought he was really, really good. He was what focal figure, as he is. Bruce's plan, give the ball to Saint-Maximin, run at them. And he did that a few times. He was showing his pace. He was striving down the middle, which is kind of like a new position for him, really, which I'm quite enjoying seeing him in because he's great at getting forward. He did a nice bit in the first half where he was using like his skill and pace, got around a couple of players. So yeah, I thought he was all right, but he ran out with gas in the second half. I don't know if he got a knock, because we've seen that time and time again. Once he picks up a knock, that's it. He's out of the game. Bye-bye. Might as well take him off. It was like that it was like that in the second half. I don't even remember seeing him in the second half, to be honest. He just totally disappeared.
He put the ball in for Wilson where De Gea made the one that save, and that was it.
Was that his ball in, was it?
It would have been obviously a huge moment, but apart from that, you can't be asked to move, can he? You can't be asked to run. He gets a few fouls and seems to wipe him out.
Yeah. I'll give him a 5. And up top, Callum Wilson.
I feel for Wilson so much.
He questioned why, and he's probably sitting thinking, why the fuck did I sign for these? He should have known. He should have known better. Signing for Wilson.
He should have just done his research. But, it's the game plan. Do you know what I mean? Like you said, I would start Joelinton maybe if he's in part of the 3 behind Wilson. Maybe if he had Joelinton on left, Saint or Miggy in the middle.
Yeah, that's what I would have done. Yeah,
Fraser on the right. You know, like
that's what I put in my lineup prediction.
Wilson gets one clear-cut chance and he scores if it isn't for a De Gea wonder save. So yeah. Wilson did everything he could tonight. He's massively isolated. Mm-hmm. He held the ball up well, which linked to the first goal. Where he spun Lindelof, played it at Shelvey. Shelvey plays it at Krafth for getting the deflection. So Wilson did everything that was asked of him tonight. I give him a 6.
Yeah, fair play. Like, it's isolated as bits. Like, what can you do? He had one good chance, got it on target. Great save from De Gea. The subs, to be fair, I don't really think any of them made an impact. The earlier one was Fabian Schär came on for Hayden. It was a stupid change by Bruce. That's not Schär's fault. Bruce should have known better to put Fraser or Almirón on earlier. I don't know. Did he do okay? Did he have a good game?
I think he did all right. I mean, he's playing in a mad position, isn't he? Is he really a CDM? I think he's played in the field, but however, Schär is like his best in a back 5 that he was in a Benitez. He played a nice ball over the top for Shelvey, where Shelvey then crossed it in. Mm-hmm. But yeah, didn't make much of an impact. Did he really fouled and complained at Man United players going down? But not much.
Yeah, I'll give him a 4. The other one, Ryan Fraser came on with about 20 minutes, if that.
I don't even. Wasn't even that? Was it? Was it not like 10 minutes at most?
He came on. I've got it on the side here. He came 72 minutes. He came on, so he had 18 minutes.
Yeah. I didn't think that. One link up for Wilson where he nearly played him through. But again, he's probably thinking, what can I do at this? What can I do at this point when Man United are in the ascendancy now and it's all them? He's not being able to express himself, being able to get on the ball, being able to attack. He's just, no matter if you bring on Fraser or Ronaldo or now Bruce, it's literally just get behind the ball, lads. I don't want to see what you can do on the ball. I don't want to see what run you can make up there to get the ball. I don't want to see what you can do to attack that goal. I want to just see you sit back and just put shit on it, get in the way of it. It doesn't matter who it is, mate. Whether it's Fraser or fucking Ronaldinho, it's just going to be the same thing. So he couldn't express himself, couldn't get on the ball, couldn't make anything happen. But he's quiet as well. Four.
Yep. And the last one, I think it's a NA rating for Almirón. Came on way too late. Don't think he touched the ball. Another stupid change by Brucey. Fraser and Almirón should have came on way earlier. That's the change. One of them two are the ones that he should have made for Hayden instead of Schär.
Yeah.
We're crying out for them two so much earlier on. And yeah, like Miggy, he gets an NA. Like, what was the fucking point? Might as well just kept him on the bench, save him until next week.
Yeah, exactly.
Way too late. Way too late. Way too late. And we'll wrap it off with Brucey.
Oh, fuck Bruce, like. Zero for Bruce tonight, like, because he's totally blew it. Totally blew it against the worst Man United team you'll ever see in your life. Totally bottled it. Even had the advantage of giving a 1-0. He has a 1-0 lead. Go fuck that up, will you, Steve? And he well and truly did it.
That's what I said. I think that's what that was a problem. We went 1-0 up. I think that cost us too early because that's Steve Bruce's tactic. We'll go 1-0 up and we'll defend. Way too early.
We've said, Hendrick shouldn't have started. The formation was wrong. Players out of position. Great players on the bench. Bruce has totally messed it up tonight. Totally bottled it against Man U. Too much respect given. Not enough pressure on the ball. Not enough intent to go forward and win the game. Played for a draw. Even 1-0 up. Shocking. 0 out of 10. That's generous.
Aye. That's all we can really say. Bad day at the office. All around. 1 or 2 decent ratings in there. Karl Darlow. Shelvey was okay. Krafth was okay. Wilson didn't get a sniff. Everyone else, poor game really, wasn't it?
It was, Cheers for watching, everyone. Subscribe to the Magpie Channel TV. Pop your player ratings in the comments below. We'll see you later.